All right, you did such a great job this last time with helping me organize my shapes. I was wondering if you could help me again. So we had our polygon side, but I want to be even more specific with those. So do you think you can help me? I hope so. Let's look at it. So here were our polygons. So these were all the different shapes that we said were polygons. Remember, a polygon is a shape that has at least 3 straight sides and it's a closed figure. So that's what all of these are. But I want to put them into different buckets. So I want to have 4 different groups. So let's look at this for a second. How could we organize these into 4 different groups? So I have group 1, 2, 3, and 4. And the same way that we did the last one, we're going to do it this way too. So I'm going to start with the shape, and we're going to decide if it's going to go into group 1, 2, 3, or 4. Now, you'll notice I don't have anything that tells us which one is for each group, so that's what we have to figure out. So let's look at this first one. We have our triangle, and I know it's a triangle because it has 3 sides and 3 vertices. So I don't have any groups yet, so honestly, I'm just going to put it in group 1 because that's a good place for it. All right, let's look at this one. This one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sides and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 vertices. Does that match a triangle? Turn and talk to somebody next to you. Is that the same as a triangle? Why or why not? All right, somebody share out. All right, it is different than a triangle because it has 5 sides. This is a pentagon. And a pentagon has 5 sides and 5 vertices. So I'm going to make it into its own group. Let's look at the next one. All right, look at this one. This one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sides and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 vertices. So let's look at it. Is this going to fit into group 1, group 2, or does it need to become its own group? Hopefully you said it needs to become its own group because it's not like the other 2 groups. Okay, and what was this 6-sided figure called? That's right, it's a hexagon. All right, well, let's look at this one. It has 1, 2, 3, 4 sides. What's a 4-sided figure called? Hopefully you said quadrilateral. Some of you might have said square, and that's also okay because it's a special kind of quadrilateral. But we're going to just call it as quadrilateral. So, does this quadrilateral need to go in group 1, 2, 3, or 4? Show me with your fingers. 1, 2, 3, or 4? Hopefully you said 4 because this is a new group. All right, let's look at the next shape. Let's look at this one. This one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sides and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 vertices. A 5-sided figure is called a pentagon. Is the pentagon going to go in group 1, 2, 3, or 4? Show me with your fingers. 1, 2, 3, or 4. Ready, set, show me. Oh, I see a couple of different people having different numbers. Think about it real fast. All right, hopefully you said group number 2 because I'm going to put it with the like one, which is this other pentagon. All right, let's look at this one. 1, 2, 3, 4. What's a 4-sided figure called? It's called a quadrilateral, that's right. And is it going to go in 1, 2, 3, or 4? Hopefully you said 4. All right, let's look at the next one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sides and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 vertices. 1, 2, 3, or 4. Where's it going? Hopefully you said group 3. All right, let's look at this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What's a 5-sided figure called? Pentagon. That's right, it's a pentagon. And it's going to go into group number 2. All right, what about this big guy? 1, 2, 3, 4 sides. A 4-sided figure is called a quadrilateral. So it's going to go in group number 1, right? Oh man, I was wrong. Why does it not go in group 1? Turn and talk to somebody next to you. Why did that not go into group 1? And instead it went to group 4. Oh, okay. So some of you said it can't go in group 1. Silly Miss Belts, it can't go in group 1. It only has 3 sides in group 1, and this had 4 sides, so it had to go to group 4. Good job catching my mistake. All right, what about this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-sided figure, this pentagon? Where's it going? Group 3? No, it's not going to group 3. It's going to group 2. All right, let's look at this. 1, 2, 3. It's a three-sided figure. A three-sided figure goes in which group? Number 3, right? Group 3, 3 sides. That makes sense. Oh, doesn't? Where's it go? You're right, it goes in group 1. All right, let's look at this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What's this called? Everybody tell me. That's right, it's a pentagon, and pentagon goes in which group? Number 2. Correct. All right, let's look at this crazy looking thing. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's a four-sided figure. If it's a four-sided figure, where's it going to go? Group 1, 2, 3, or 4? Group number... That's right, it's going to go to group 4 because it has 4 sides. What about this? 1, 2, 3. Three-sided figure. Three-sided figure has to go in group 3. Oh, it didn't show up in group 3. Why didn't it show up in group 3? Turn and talk to somebody. Why did it not go into group 3? Yeah, silly Miss Belts. It's not going to go into group 3. Just because it has the number 3 doesn't mean it goes in group 3. So I have to put it with all the other three-sided figures. All right, let's look at this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A six-sided figure is called a hexagon. And I'm going to make that X to help me remember. Hexagon. And a hexagon is going to go into group 3. Because I'm going to put it with all the other hexagons. 2 more. All right, let's look at this one. 1, 2, 3. A three-sided figure is a triangle. And it's going to go into group number 1. And last but certainly not least is this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6-sided figure. And a 6-sided figure is called a hexagon. And a hexagon is going to go where? That's right, it's going to group number 3. So we were able to put them into the 4 different groups, but I want to talk about the attributes. So there's that word again. So the attributes I want to know about are the fact that how many sides do they have and how many vertices do they have. So let's actually do that. So this first one we said had 1, 2, 3 sides and 1, 2, 3 vertices. And that's the same for all of these different shapes. So now we're checking our work to make sure we did it right. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. All of them have 3 sides and 3 vertices. What are we going to say about group number 2? Oh, yeah, they all have 5 sides and 5 vertices. So let's check our work. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They all have 5 sides and 5 vertices. What about group 3? What are they going to all have? Hopefully you said 6 sides and 6 vertices. All right, and then what about group 4? Group 4 has 4 sides and 4 vertices. So now we've said what their attributes are, but I want to know what their name is. So what's the name of each one of these? So let's go back to group 1. Group 1, what's the name if it has 3 sides and 3 vertices? Whisper it out loud. What is it called? That's right, it's called a triangle. Ooh, this one's a little more tricky. What's a 5-sided figure that has 5 vertices called? That's right, it's a pentagon. All right, I want to see everybody's X. Because a 6-sided figure and 6 vertices has 6 sides. It's a hexagon. And this last one is the longest word we have. What is a 4-sided figure called that has 4 sides and 4 vertices? It is a quadrilateral. Those are all really important words to know.